Good evening, New Albany Plain Local School District families, and welcome to this week's edition of Eagle Pride Tonight. My name is Mike Klein, and I am a member of your New Albany Plain Local Board of Education, and this is my own personal vlog. I've been using this to update New Albany families on some important topics going on in the New Albany Plain Local School District, and just wanted to bring to light one of the important topics we covered at last night's Board of Education work session. Now you can always go to our website, which is napls.us, and get a board recap, which is now posted on the district website, as we talked about a number of issues last night, including changing policy in all-day kindergarten, as well as some expenses that dealt with salaries and benefits, and also talked about the new triple routing that will take effect next school year, and the school district advisory committee that is now starting to meet to discuss 3 new school starting times for next year. But one of the most important things that I wanted to convey to families is that beginning on April 7th, a new transportation policy will take effect, and that is that any student that lives within 2 miles of the school campus will have to walk or find another way to school because bus transportation will only be provided to those students beyond the 2-mile limit to campus. So again, those changes will take effect immediately after spring break. That's Tuesday, April 7th. Now, every family in New Albany that has a student will be getting a letter here in the next few weeks indicating whether they are eligible to ride the bus or not. So these are big changes. 10 routes will be eliminated as of April 7th, and that will bring the district down to 26 routes. Now this means that there will be new routes, new bus numbers, and new stops. So those will be posted on the district website by Friday, March 20th. So you'll want to also check the district website for that because that is important information. Again, every district family will be getting a letter, and then those new routes, new bus numbers, and new stops will be posted by Friday, March 20th. Now some of those stops may be clustered, so where if you live in a neighborhood that typically has 5 or 6 stops, you may only have 1 or 2 or maybe 3. And those bus stops could be up to a half mile from somebody's home. So it's important that you read the information sent to you and you also go to the district website and check on those new routes. I would also encourage all families, if you are driving your student to school, that you use one of the many bus loops that are now open, with the buses dropping students off behind or in front of the 1-8 building now. There are 2 new bus loops that are open. I know there's a lot of congestion for some of those that are dropping off in the old middle school bus loop, but I would encourage families to use the high school bus loop off of Photo Road, the 1-8 bus loop that also passes by in front of the 2-5, which can hold over 60 cars, or even in the new 2-5 bus loop, which also used to hold the elementary buses when they loaded them there. So use all of those bus loops as we get ready to make these changes. Again, these buses will be very crowded. We ask for your patience. We ask that we talk to our kids about proper behavior on a bus as we try to make this transition. I would also tell families that starting next year, there'll be 5 additional bus routes cut, and we'll go to what is called triple routing, which means there'll be 3 different starting times. And those times will be determined here in the next month or so. As a new advisory committee is now meeting, they're meeting weekly, and they will discuss all of the research around school starting times, and they will come to the board at the end of April with a recommendation that Dr. Dominy has sifted through and looked at and discussed with the community. That advisory committee is posting all of their work to the district website. They're also encouraging those individuals not on the committee to be involved. Looking at that information, you are able to make comments or ask questions via the district website. I would encourage everybody to do that as well. So again, Tuesday, April 7th is a big day. It's the day after spring break. So I hope everybody has a great spring break. But when you get back, there will be a lot of changes in terms of transportation in the district. So again, every district family will be getting a letter. Those routes will change. The bus numbers will change. There'll be more students on a bus. Again, 10 fewer routes. So I encourage everybody's patience. Again, we have 2 more board meetings or 1 more board meeting prior to spring break, and then 2 in April before we would approve the new starting times for next year. So the next board meeting is 2 weeks from yesterday. I believe that is March 23rd, and then we have a board work session April 13th, and then a regular board business meeting on April 27th. So I encourage all parents and families to be involved, and you can always, again, go to napls.us and check the district website. That is that on transportation. I would also note that Dr. Domini and at least 1 board member will be holding informal office hours this Friday. Again, this is part of Dr. Domini and the board's approach to getting out in more informal ways to the community. They will be holding an informal talk this Friday, that's March 13th, at the Starbucks in the New Albany Kroger, and that is there adjacent to Hampstead. So again, from noon to 1 at the New Albany Kroger, the Starbucks inside the store, Dr. Domini and at least 1 board member, maybe 2, will be at that Starbucks. And so you can just show up, have a cup of coffee or not, and just discuss any concerns or questions you may have for Dr. Domini and the board. So I would encourage everybody to do that as well. Also, all Eagle sports fans, your New Albany Eagle boys basketball team is in action this Thursday at Newark High School. In the district semifinals, they'll be taking on Tri-Valley. So hop on 161, head out to Newark High School. Again, that's Thursday against Tri-Valley in the district semifinals. An excellent team New Albany has this year, and they will be fighting to get to the district finals. So I encourage all New Albany fans to make that trip out to Newark High School. That tip time will be 7 o'clock. So again, lots of changes. I encourage everybody to check at napls.us for the latest updates. And also, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at NAEaglePride, and I am hashtagging all the information I share on the district. Hashtag NABOEchat. And so you can always go there, and you can make a comment or a question. I'm also on YouTube, and the channel is Mike Klein. I encourage everybody to go on and look at some of my previous videos, and I'll be hopefully making them shorter. This was some important information that I wanted to convey out on the transportation changes. So hope everyone's having a great week. The weather is much warmer, and that's always good. Spring sports are starting to practice. I saw many athletes outside today running or throwing the ball, so I thought that was great. And there's lots of activities going on the New Albany campus. I encourage everyone to support all Eagle activities. So hope everyone's having a great week, warm week, finally.